That's all of them. At last, the town can rest easy.
Oh, Bernard, you've got to lock them up again. This isn't right. They deserve to be free.
You're always on about the chickens and their freedom. You know what I think? I think it was you let them out.
You're right.
Right. It's like I've said all along. We have to kill them all.
You bastard! You murderer!
Look, you're either with me or you're one of them. Which is it?
This is all just... I don't know if I can go on living with you, Bernard.
No, let's not get hysterical.
Vile fiend! You uncouth wretch! It is... You, dear lady, you who live in... Ah, you will find the legendary lost play. Splendid!
Finally, tragedy and comedy will come together as they should.
Turn back now, mortal one. Stay away from this only death and insanity await you. Don't pick it up! No, really, I'm serious. You lot just can't leave well enough alone, can you? Bloody literary tourists, bane of my afterlife. Listen, you're not getting my lost plate, you hear? It's rubbish, worse than rubbish. I mean, what was I thinking mixing tragedy and comedy? I must have been off my rocker.
It would seem, my dear madam, you have been apprehended by the ghost of Philip Morley. That makes us both his captives. I am Ransom Locke. If the name seems familiar, it is because I was once a detective of some renown. And yet, here I am, ready to live out the rest of my days. As far as I can deduce, in a scene from one of the romantic plays, the tragedy of Oliver and Ethel. I believe if we are to escape, we must act out the scene. But performing is not one of my talents. Putting on this costume should set things...
O Ethel, my love, my life, my son, if thou wouldst but give me one sign, one gesture that would speak of your affections, then might I think this grey existence worth living.
Ah, yes, a classic moment in the play. You are Ethel, the beautiful young daughter of a dung merchant. Show Oliver that you love him, and we may be able to leave this scene.
Drop dead.
Oh, woe! What cruel darts doth strike mine temple!
Shove it, fatty.
Stop! Thou hast driven a dagger into my breast and ended all hope of happiness. Thusly, I must end my life. Hark! A shadow approaches. Take me! And so I die.
Well, it's an unorthodox reading of the text, but one cannot argue with the results.
I see you are gifted with remarkable literary cunning, but can you really comprehend the depths of my work? That we shall see.
Ah, yes. This is undoubtedly a scene from one of Morley's earlier, funnier plays, Bloodbath at the Royal Court. And this must be your costume. The role of the fool is one filled with tragic depth. It will require a masterful performance.
What fresh insolence is this? Out of my throne, you impertinent buffoon! Stand before your king, and do your jester's duty. 'Tis a troublesome time for this court, and my crown grows heavy. So make me laugh, or I shall have your head.
You look so cute in that crown.
Why, Jester, I had no idea you felt that way about me. Or is this another one of your...
Ooh,
So it's true! You do love me! You have no idea how difficult it's been watching you strut about in those magnificent feathers, how much I've wanted you. Then it is settled. Tomorrow we shall wed, and let anyone who frowns upon our union have his head cut off.
Well, it's certainly a radical interpretation of the text, but effective nonetheless.
You handle my royal dramas as well as you handle my romances. But will your versatility extend to the more subtle domains of theatre, I wonder?
Oh dear, unless I'm mistaken. Later, part 2, which would mean this is the gladiatorial arena from Act 5, where Titus is finally slaughtered by savage warriors seeking revenge. A favorite scene of mine as a child, I must admit. And here is Titus's famous costume. I had some pajamas that looked just like it. Put it on and you will take on the greatest role of your life.
Titus, thy pox-membered body shall pay for thy monstrous villainy. My son lies dead because of you. Now shall revenge be mine, cold as your corpse and all the more flavoursome for it.
Do try to make your demise convincing.
More of my kin lie slain, and yet you live. You have breathed your last sulphur-scented breath, Titus. Great stuff! Whapper again! Look at it this way. At least Nero. She's using magic! All my men dead. My vengeance denied. My world undone. I cannot stand to live 1 second more.
A tremendous performance. That's just the ending I wanted to see when I was a young boy attending the theatre every weekend. I wonder what scene will follow now.
Oh, what scene could possibly follow such a masterful rendition of my work? And the way you improvised some of those roles, you brought new life to my words. I stand in awe. You have earned the prize no mortal has ever been honored with before. My missing play. I entrust it to you, for I know that you will do it justice. I call it the Ham Sandwich. A metaphorical title, of course.
Ah, you have retrieved our aged investigator. Happy day! Have you, perchance, found...
We're saved, Lambert!
Oh, the joy in my bosom knows no bounds! Thank you 1,000,000 times! Thank you!
His head bosom! It's already working! Comedy and tragedy will at last join hands!
Hark! Bear witness to the tragic futility that is man. Oh, how it doth sear my senses to see paradise and yet to be barred.
That reminds me of a great joke. A guard, a monk and a chicken walk into a bar. Unfortunately, the bartender had had a mild heart attack that morning, so none of them get served.
And yet what purpose doth heartache